predictions for August 2025 for everyone. That's what I'm going to do in this video. Hello everyone, I am Tina Chaudhary. Welcome to my channel and a very, very warm namaste. Aham Brahmasmi. As usual, I'm going to start with wishing all my viewers that have August birthdays a very, very happy birthday. May you start off your own personal new year with lots of positive energy and happiness. May the divine bless you with lots of prosperity, success, happiness, love, and good health this year and always in the future. So again, a very happy birthday to all my viewers with August birthdays. And at this time, let me remind you that if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. And also, if you like this video after you watch it, please share it with friends and family. For my regular viewers that have already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. And I truly appreciate your love and support. Thank you. And now let's take a look at the planetary transits and the planetary situation for August that will be impacting us. Now, the planets are not too busy with transits this month, but there are quite a few planetary combinations this month that are going to be making it an interesting month for us. Just as an FYI, September will be eclipse season, so we're going to have both the lunar and the solar eclipses. So that's going to be rather interesting for next month. I'm planning on making a video on the eclipses, so hopefully I'll be able to make it. But for now, let's take a look at what the planets have in store for us in August. So the first transit in August will be on July 16th when the sun makes its monthly transit out of the watery Cancer to its own sign, which is a fiery sign of Leo. Now in Leo, note that Ketu has already been transiting in Leo since May of this year. So now when the sun moves into Leo, it creates what's called a Grahan Yoga, meaning the combination for an eclipse. So Sun, Ketu together, it's kind of an eclipse yoga. Next, Venus has been transiting in Gemini since July 25th. And on August 28th, it transits out of Gemini and goes to Cancer. Jupiter has already been transiting in Gemini since May of this year. So the period between July 25th to August 20th will be a very benefic period due to the conjunction of Venus and Jupiter in Gemini. Both are considered benefic planets. So two benefic planets coming together is definitely good news for most part of August. The third transit will be of Mercury, and that's at the very end of the month on August 30th. And it goes from Cancer to Leo. So basically it will be in Cancer all month. Mercury has been retrograde since July 17th, but it will stay retrograde until August 11th. After that, it becomes direct, which is good news for us. At least after August 11th, it will be direct in Cancer. The fourth transit is that of Jupiter. It has been in Gemini, like I mentioned, since May 14th. So it's not going to transit out of Gemini. However, it will transit up to a new nakshatra within Gemini. So it goes from the nakshatra of Ardra to the nakshatra of Punarvasu. Ardra is ruled by Rahu, whereas Punarvasu is ruled by Jupiter itself. This means that Jupiter will now give us its results via itself Jupiter rather than via Rahu. And this is a very positive change, and the impact on us is going to be positive. The fifth planetary impact is that of Mars. Mars has been transiting in Leo, and it was with Ketu. And this had created a very disturbing combination and conjunction of two very malefic planets. I had made a video on it, and I had made some world predictions related to that. You can watch it if you want. And we saw some disastrous, sad events and incidents in the world as well as the result of that combination. Some of them I had predicted in my video as well. That is still in effect until July 28th. But finally, Mars will transit out of Leo and into Virgo on July 28th. It will mark the end of the dreadful Mars-Ketu combination. But Mars is still not done with its share of challenges, because when it moves into Virgo, it's going to have a direct aspect from Saturn, because Saturn is in Pisces, Mars will be in Virgo, which means that both Saturn and Mars will be directly mutually aspecting each other. Mars and Saturn are sworn enemies of each other, so they're both going to be aspecting each other, and you can imagine when two sworn enemy planets aspect each other. There's a stare down, a nasty stare down of each other. Nothing good can come out of that. So I'll take a look at, give you a little more details on all of these planetary combinations in just a minute in this video. Stay tuned. Take a look at the overall impact of all the planetary alignments that will be impacting us in August. So the first one is the Sun-Ketu combination in Leo. The Sun has been weak in Cancer since mid-July due to it being fiery, but it being in a watery sign, which is Cancer. So the Sun is, like I said, a fiery element. It represents our leaders, our energy, and our discipline. We have already seen the effect of a weak Sun at the high-level politicians. Per my prediction in my Mars-Ketu conjunction, I had said that there were several changes going to happen at the top-level leaders in the world. The prime ministers in Japan, Thailand, and South Korea were all changed. There were significant changes in leaders in Colombia and India as well. Lots of protests by the masses against the leaders and high level against their policies indicates a lack of strength of the leaders. It also represents lack of discipline by the general public. So this can potentially continue until August. So now when the Sun combines with Ketu, we may see that the leaders not only of countries but also high-level companies make headless decisions. Ketu is a headless planet and it doesn't think wisely. So we may have to bear the consequences of bad choices and unwise actions by these high-level leaders, high-level company executives. So when the Sun is weak, we ourselves also feel less confident and may doubt our own abilities. Then we have the Jupiter-Venus combination in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is the significator of business, banking, finance, and IT technology. So we may see that there can be policy changes related to trade, tariffs, and the stock market, and the stock market could become rather unpredictable. Even though both Jupiter and Venus are opposing planets, because Jupiter is the ruler, the teacher of the gods, and Venus is the teacher of the demons, they're sort of enemies, but they have a lot of respect for each other's abilities and status. So even though they still stay benefic because of the mutual respect, they still stay benefic even when they come together. So Jupiter is wisdom, Venus is relationships and money, Jupiter is abundance and growth. So this period becomes very benefic in terms of relationships. This combination becomes very benefic in terms of financial growth as well. Of course, it depends on the ascendant you are. So it also makes us think very wisely because Jupiter is wisdom. So it gives us a certain amount of wisdom to be able to make good decisions in relationships as well as on how to manage our money. Those people that are having challenges in their relationships, this is a very good time to resolve those differences, especially via counseling or getting good advice, which is why this combination is good in terms of relationships, happiness within families. Jupiter represents our children, represents our families. So that's why it is good in terms of happiness and within families. It's a very good time to resolve past differences, get together with family, and make sure that everybody is getting on well. This is also a combination for celebrations within the family, happy times, which is why this combination of Jupiter and Venus in Gemini is good. Gemini rules communication, so happy communications, pleasant communications is what you can look forward to. Definitely repairing relationships, if that need be, is also signified by this combination. Next, we talk about Jupiter's nakshatra change from Ardra to Punarvasu. Ardra ruled by Rahu, Punarvasu ruled by Jupiter. When Jupiter is in Ardra, it takes on a Rahu quality about it. So Rahu is dark energy. Rahu is obsessing over material desires, chasing after material things, making goals that may be unreasonable. So that's what Jupiter does when it was in Ardra, made us chase after material things, making us chase after things that may not even be good for us. But now when Jupiter goes into Punarvasu, it is ruled by Jupiter itself. Now Jupiter, as I mentioned, wisdom, good advice, becoming reasonable, becoming less material, more spiritual. So now when Jupiter goes into Punarvasu, all of a sudden we feel this sense of wisdom come about us, where we know that we need to make the right choices. We don't make wrong choices. We may feel a sense of satisfaction and may be drawn towards spirituality. So this is again very powerful, very positive in the sense moving away where Jupiter and Rahu don't get along. They're opposing forces. So Jupiter being in Rahu is more destructive, but Jupiter being ruled by itself becomes a positive energy around us as opposed to this conflicting energy around us. So now we may feel a sense of positive energy with Jupiter being with Venus, Jupiter being in its own nakshatra. Definitely things take on a better turn. In the past, if we may have felt a sort of a negative, dark energy around us, now we may begin to feel a little bit more positive. A sense of happiness may be surrounding us more, a little better than in the past. So these two transits are way better than we've been experiencing for the last few months. Then we talk about the mutual aspect of Mars and Saturn, and this will create a highly dynamic, tense, and karmically charged influence on us. The mutual aspect brings conflict, pressure, and internal tension, along with a repressed anger or passive aggression. So this combination can also make us become workaholics, very disciplined, and have great endurance to do overwork. It's not a positive time to start anything new because there can be obstacles and delays. Now, even though this energy may be present, don't forget we have a great influence of Jupiter around us. So we may be able to make wise choices and wise decisions. So it's going to be saved a little by the fact that we have a lot of Jupiter energy around us. And even though this conflicting energy of Mars and Saturn is going to be impacting us as well, the wise energy, the happy energy of Venus and Jupiter is also going to be around us. So I'm not too concerned about the Mars-Saturn aspect because of the good positive energy that Jupiter and Venus are going to bring us in August. Now I move on to predictions, and as usual, I'm letting you know that I'm a Vedic astrologer, so my predictions are always based on Vedic astrology calculations. The predictions are based on your rising sign, which is also called ascendant, and in Hindi it's called Lagna. I always have the timestamps for my video on my pinned comment in the comment section, so make sure you listen to the correct predictions for the correct zodiac that applies to you. August predictions for Aries. Aries, your ascendant ruler Mars will be transiting in the 6th house of health, daily routine, and debts. While there is a favorable combination of Jupiter and Venus in the 3rd house of good initiatives, beginnings, courage, and communication. So expect August to bring you some mixed results. As far as career is concerned, Saturn remains in your 12th house and it is retrograde as well. It is in the nakshatra of Jupiter, so you can expect some good results, specifically those related to changes in your employment situation. So it's a favorable time for those Aries who want to change in their job, especially those wishing to relocate far away from their current place of residence. For those Aries that routinely travel for business can get some good results. Individuals that work in fields that earn via commissions or are in marketing, sales, social media can also experience favorable results in August. After August 6th, you may get some good business deals which can benefit you as well. If you need to take some important decisions regarding career or business, then my guidance is to wait until after August 6th. At the same time, salaried people will also get better results after August 6th. Several Aries may experience changes in their daily routine sometime during August. They may be required to bring in more discipline and hard work compared to the prior months when they may have been less serious about work matters. Aries will also start becoming very nitpicky in the workplace with their coworkers. They become over-analytical and critical of others and may also voice these opinions openly. I am suggesting that you watch and control against this tendency because you could burn some important bridges. So just mind your own business and focus on your own tasks and responsibility, not those of others. Also, don't challenge the authority of your seniors. This month, they may not have a very accepting attitude. Talking about financial matters, your success will be dependent on your own hard work. There can be minor difficulties, but the overall situation will be profitable. Rahu in the profit house often gives an opportunity to earn money through various means. It also gives very large, immense desires for material gains, but sometimes it causes confusion in how to go about acquiring the material gains. So Aries can lack clarity on what is the best way to increase their earnings. Getting good guidance is your best bet on how to proceed further if you are having trouble with decision making. Ask your mentors, teachers, or a wiser person to give you financial or career advice. Overall, the monetary situation should be favorable in regards to earning as well as increasing your savings. Business owners, this could be a very profitable month for you as long as you work hard with honesty and integrity. Aries is going to be tempted to try shortcuts in their business, but my recommendation is not to do that, because even if it gives you some rewards in the short term, in the long term, it will ultimately damage you. Taking a look at your health, your ascendant ruler Mars is in the 6th house of disease, as I mentioned. Planets in the 6th house are not considered good for health. However, Mars transit in the 6th house is good and favorable. So this month there can be small, annoying injuries or scratches, but they will heal quickly. However, if you have already had any heart-related problems, then you need to be a little cautious. But in general, this is a healthy month. In fact, if you have been experiencing any small health issues in the past, then you may even get relief from those as well. Now, my only guidance is to eat healthy. Do not overeat sweet, sugary foods, which there may be a tendency to do this month. Otherwise, you could have some digestive issues, especially of the lower bowel. Love and relationships is the area which needs some extra care. In love relationships, there can be some misunderstandings with your partner, and also you may not be able to spend a lot of time together. This could be due to various reasons such as work or travel. However, no worries, because the relationship will stay strong despite any arguments or fights, but do try to avoid them. Single Aries looking for love may have to wait a bit longer to find your special person. August is not the month for that. For married Aries, this is a fun, favorable month. Married life will be happy and you will spend a lot of harmonious moments together. Relationships with siblings is favorable. Overall, you can expect average results in matters related to the household. However, watch your communication, because Mercury is retrograde up to August 11th, so there is a chance of miscommunication and misunderstandings. Household electronic items may also malfunction, so stay alert with the use of computers and so. August predictions for Taurus. Taurus, your ascendant ruler Venus is going to be conjunct with Jupiter in the 2nd house of family, finance, and speech. Expect lots of favorable results and happy moments spent within the family, and also improvement in your savings. Overall, a happy month for Taurus with overindulgence in good food. As far as career is concerned, Saturn will be transiting in the profit house for the next 2 years, so generally this is considered a favorable situation, which means you should get favorable benefits from your hard work. Although for the next few months Saturn is going to be retrograde, so the positive results may be slightly delayed or less than your expectations. Salaried people expect favorable results as far as relationships with co-workers is concerned. There are very good chances of recognition of your hard work and overall respect and confidence from your superiors and co-workers. Business owners, however, there can be a slowdown or delay in profitability, and it may not be per your expectations. Now, my guidance is to continue to function as you have been doing and not to make any changes or new initiatives or new investments this month. Financially, salaried people can expect benefic results. If you have been waiting for increments, then it's possible this month. However, you do need to be prepared for additional responsibilities as well. Take them on with a positive attitude, because they are going to prove to be rather beneficial for you in the long run. The potential to save money rather than spend it is also present this month. So if you put your mind to it, you can definitely improve your financial condition this month. Avoid all the unnecessary expenses and you may be rather happy with yourself by the end of the month. Business owners, I already mentioned that it's a status quo this month as far as profits are concerned, and it's not a good time for new investments. Manage your expenses and you should earn your average profits. From the health point of view, this is a good month because your ascendant ruler Venus is with Jupiter, the planet of happiness and healing. However, they are both in the house of food and diet. So Taurus will be tempted to eat sugary, rich foods and may actually consume a larger quantity of food than normal. So the one thing you need to do is manage your diet, or you could end up with some digestive problems like heartburn and acidity. For those Taurus that have had issues with kidney stones in the past, then this month you need to be watchful for that. Also, for those Taurus that suffered from heart-related ailments in the past, be careful about that as well. What about relationships in August? Well, you need to be careful in love relationships. In particular, you need to manage your communication. You may have an aggressive attitude and start arguments and fights with your love partner as well as your children. Avoid being a tough disciplinarian if you have young children, and manage your anger in all conversations. This is especially applicable the first half of the month while Mercury is retrograde. It will make you regret your words later on, so watch your communication. The same advice applies to married people as well. Although there's no chance of serious results in your marriage, these small arguments and fights can be avoided by your patience and understanding. In the second half of the month, it gets a little more testy because you start dragging your ego into everything and you end up with a very tense and disturbed household environment. So it's best to control your own temper and attitude rather than blaming others. In extended family matters, there are happy results this month. There can be good harmony among the family members. There's the possibility of some celebration or auspicious event at home or with family, which can provide lots of happiness for Taurus. However, remember that your communication and the words you choose this month are going to be critical to your own happiness this month. So watch that communication very carefully all month. August predictions for Gemini. Gemini, your ascendant ruler Mercury is going to be in your second house of family, finance, and speech, and it's also going to be retrograde in the first half of the month. So your communication is very critical this month. However, you do have two of the most benefic planets, Jupiter and Venus, in your own ascendant house, providing you good health, happiness, and a general sense of well-being in August. Now, as far as career is concerned, this will be an average month. Saturn has just turned retrograde in the house of your career, so matters are now getting delayed and there are issues from the past that keep coming up that require that you handle them before favorable results can be expected. There is the possibility of some conflict, a difficult situation with a colleague in the workplace. There can be arguments or heated discussions in the office as well. By all means, do whatever you can to avoid this. For business owners, don't do anything impulsive or risky in your business, but overall, it's an okay month for business owners. Now, the 10th house is also the house of your karma, which is why it's called your career house. So if you currently don't have a formal career, then this translates to the resurfacing of some prior action or karma that comes up again in your life and demands your attention for it to be resolved. It could relate to spirituality, domestic issues, expenses from the past, or even travel to and from the past. It could also be a matter relating to a give and take or a karmic debt from a person or institution that you're reminded of that you may have forgotten to resolve or finalize. Talking about financial matters, this is a status quo month. Nothing much to gain or lose for Geminis. However, the good news is that Gemini may be able to control their spending this month, so their ability to save will be good and their financial position should be stable or better, especially after the second half of the month. The only expense that they may have is that some Geminis may decide to go on short trips with the family or to see family members. And if you do decide to go to get together with family, by all means don't hesitate, because there can be lots of happy moments that you do enjoy. As far as health is concerned, I already mentioned that this is a favorable time for you. In the beginning of the month, your ascendant ruler Mercury will be retrograde in the second house, so some Geminis may have small annoying issues with their eyes, sinuses, or colds. But they will get it better in a very short time and not hang around for a long time. But with Mars in the fourth house, people who already have blood pressure or any major heart-related diseases will need to be careful and watchful. Nothing serious, just keep an eye on it. The second half of the month may find you with good energy and vitality. You will also feel very happy and motivated to start new things and may even feel rejuvenated and have a positive attitude in life. Now, the sun in the third house has that beautiful effect on people. Speaking of relationships in August, those seem to be rather harmonious and positive as well. Both Venus and Jupiter in your own ascendant house gives you that energy to feel a sense of gratitude, satisfaction, and generally overlooking the small things in life and relationships. This will make you much more compatible and stress-free. Perfect timing for those that want to get married or get engaged. Single Geminis looking for love may be attractive to others due to their own positive aura. So be out and about and attract all the beautiful things in life and take full advantage of this time. Married Geminis, this is a better than average month, especially if you control your communication and speech in the first half of the month. Please don't dredge up past issues related to your home, household, living situation, and enjoy this month. Consider planning a fun outing with your spouse, and it would be rather helpful in strengthening your bond and understanding. Remember, Jupiter is blessing you with love this month. With the extended family, there can be some challenges, especially in the first half of the month. However, any issues can be resolved via positive communication after mid-month. You need to be watchful in matters related to your home, household, and domestic environment. In fact, some Geminis may even have relocation, especially after the second half of August as well. Some may have short travels at that time. Overall, a positive month for Gemini in several ways, but remember, the mental peace and happiness is going to be in your own hands via your manner of communication. Control that and you can have one of the best months ever. August predictions for Cancer. Cancer, you will have the Sun in your ascendant house for the first half of the month, along with Mercury that's going to be retrograde for the first part of the month. Mars will be in the house of communication all month. So this month's focus is all about your communication. Results in every area of your life will solely be dependent on your own communication skills and your choice of words. So you need to become totally aware of that. Now, as far as career is concerned, this could be a positive month for Cancer. Mars rules your career and it will be in the third house of energy, vitality, and courage. Now, this indicates a time when you have renewed positive energy to begin new things and instill a freshness into your work. You will be quite motivated and confident to begin with a fresh slate in whatever you do. For those Cancers that want to change their job, then this month can give you good, favorable results. Make a dedicated effort to reach out to your network of professional and social contacts and request the support and help of people that could be in a position to help you in this area. As far as business owners, they need to maintain their business as they have been doing up to now. This is not the time to initiate new changes and decisions because taken now regarding new business could prove to be wrong later. My guidance is to keep maintaining things as they have been based on your past experiences and make no changes this month. That should give you fairly good results. Whereas salaried employees may be able to get the advantage of both new opportunities as well as in your current job situation. If we talk about your financial matters, the overall situation is generally favorable. However, the 12th house of expense is getting activated by two benefic planets, Jupiter and Venus. This indicates expenses this month. These expenses could be for household items, renovation, and beautification related items, as well as on socialization and entertaining friends and family. You may even have some expenses related to family members, but mostly the expenses could be largely on household goods that you will need to buy. The first half is way more expensive than the second half. Expenses could come under control after mid-month, so you may need to be cautious in terms of finance this month. Health may be up and down this month. You may feel stress and have lots of worries, even though there may not be a real reason for it. You end up thinking and analyzing a lot and then creating unnecessary worries about it in your mind. The first half of the month, when the Sun is in your ascendant house, could give you some headaches and eye pressure. And normally during that time, people struggle with their egos as well. Individuals that suffer from asthma or breathing issues in the past may have mild recurrence of it for a short time. The second half of the month, avoid hot, spicy foods that may give you digestive issues. Overall, an average month for health, but if you take care of your diet, you can avoid most of the small, annoying problems. Relationships and love in August can be good and without any issues. Your communication style and overall attitude will impact relationships. My general guidance in making sure that all relationships remain harmonious is to control your ego and don't start fights. If the other person starts the argument, you have the choice to either escalate it rather quickly or diffuse it fast. This month, I think diffusing it is your best option because Mars in your third house has the potential to turn it into a serious battle. So just be patient and walk away. This will make your month a lot happier. Now, if you must speak, say meaningful and useful things. As far as the extended family is concerned, the first half of the month is okay and relationships are favorable. Now, the second half of the month may bring about some differences with your siblings or family members due to the clash of egos. So basically, there is a need to be very careful in family matters this month. At the same time, good results seem to be coming in domestic matters this month. Overall, it's a rather strange month with all kinds of results. To sum it up, it's positive for career, what you're spending in the first half of the month. Health, there's really nothing to worry about except if you have past few health concerns. And relationships are going to be completely dependent on your own ability to manage your communication and ego. August predictions for Leo. Leo, your ascendant ruler sun, will be in the 12th house for the first half of the month with Mercury, and then mid-month it comes into your own ascendant house to conjunct with Ketu. These positions of the sun may not really offer you much support, but the presence of both Jupiter and Venus in the 11th house of wishes and desires will certainly be very supportive of your overall well-being this month. As far as your career is concerned, it is a very favorable month for you. You will be able to perform quite well in your job this month. Just remember to work hard, carefully, and with integrity. Don't do things in a hurry or try to complete your work carelessly. Otherwise, there could be some accuracy or performance issues that could end up being quite damaging to you professionally. If you can work in this manner, the results can be very favorable. If you require any help and support from your social and professional contacts, then this is an excellent month for you to reach out to those people and ask for their help and guidance as well. For business owners, it might be a little tricky. Rahu is in the 7th house. That can make things rather confusing, and there may be a general lack of clarity in how to proceed further or how to manage the business in terms of future growth and gains. Now, my guidance is it will not be right to take on any kind of risk at this time due to Saturn being retrograde. You may not be in a position to take wise decisions regarding any new investments or risks in business. For this reason, try to continue with whatever is going on as it is. However, it may be a good idea to work on old tasks with new enthusiasm and with the help of experience. As far as your financial situation is concerned, there could be some delays or obstacles in receiving immediate profits of your hard work in the first half of the month. However, after the second half of the month, both Jupiter and Venus are willing to give you profits, earnings, and may actually fulfill your material desires as well. Now, this is especially applicable for those Leos that do independent work, like consultants, those that are in communication fields, marketing, sales, media, sports, creative, or any other arts fields. Those that travel for business or those individuals that earn based on commissions will also see very good growth and earnings potential this month. At the same time, there could also be the need to spend the money that you have either earned or saved earlier. This means that although there are chances of good earnings, this month may be weak in terms of adding to your savings. Some Leos may receive sudden insurance settlements or legal settlements if they were getting delayed in the past and waiting for a long time. They can also be receipt of inheritance and other unearned income, such as large gifts from in-laws, etc. Taking a look at your health, since your ascendant ruler, the sun, will be in a weak situation this month, it can cause you weakness in your health as well. Also, your eating habits may become rather erratic or change this month, due to which your health may become affected. You may be tempted to eat hot, spicy foods that cause indigestion or stomach issues. So avoid these kinds of foods. Stick to fresh fruits and vegetables, which would be a lot more beneficial for you. Some Leos, especially senior Leos, may have some pain in their lower legs and feet. If you experienced this in the past, then the chance of recurring these pains could be high. This is definitely not applicable for everyone. Other than these couple of things, there isn't too much to worry about regarding health. As far as relationships are concerned, you can expect happiness. In love relationships, you enjoy compatibility, and it's also a wonderful time to have pleasant conversations about the future. Leos have the prospect of getting engaged. Single Leos looking for a partner, this is a very favorable month for finding that special person. So reach out to your friends and contacts and ask them to introduce you to someone. Or you may meet someone when you're traveling or just out with a group of friends. Those in love relationships that are not really serious or committed may face issues because they may sense a lack of compatibility. Married Leos may face some disturbances because there can be past issues that keep getting brought up that lead to arguments. However, it'd be easy to talk through these issues and resolve matters this month. In family matters, you may face some challenges as relationships tend to be a little weak. There's the possibility of disputes, being upset with others. My guidance is it would be better if you manage your expectations of others. Don't start arguments with your family members. Relationship with children and siblings will be very pleasant. In fact, children will do very well and they may also receive some good news in their lives. August predictions for Virgo. Virgo, your ascendant ruler Mercury is going to be in your 11th house of gains, wishes, and desires, although it's going to be retrograde until August 11th. The Sun provides very good energy in the 11th house of gains in the first half of the month as well. Your career house has two of the most benefic planets, Venus and Jupiter, together. August can be one of the most fruitful months in terms of financial gains as well as career success. However, the caution is regarding Mars being in your own ascendant house, so it gives you impatience, anger, and a tendency to start needless arguments with everyone. From a career perspective, I already mentioned this month will have excellent results, especially those that are in the fields of consulting, education, teaching, mentoring, or those that travel for work. Just remember to work with honesty and integrity and don't compromise on your values. Relationships with your seniors will be very positive and you may receive good recognition for your work. Be cautious when working with women in the workplace. Don't make jokes and mind your communication at all times. Retrograde Mercury can turn things around very quickly against you. Also, my caution in the first half of the month is regarding your accuracy and paying attention to your schedule. Pay special attention to these things. You may overlook some details and forget scheduled meetings. Remember to stay away from office gossip as well. Business owners will also do very well. There is the possibility of initiating new projects or some new work, especially in the first half of the month. The decisions made at the time related to your business will give good results. Talking about financial matters, again, this is a very benefic month. You could receive increments in your job and business owners can get good profits as well. The first half of the month is favorable to gains from foreign sources. As an example, if you work related to foreign countries, foreign companies, or even foreign investments, then you may get good results in the first half of the month. Now, due to the position of Mars, some Virgos may have some real estate transactions this month and they could realize very good gains from real estate deals as well. You may also be able to add to your savings this month. However, the second half of the month, there could be some expenses that do come up. Now, just make sure to manage your money really well this month. Overall, this is an excellent month for gains and also to add to your savings. From a health perspective, this is an average month. However, I would say that largely it would be in your own hands on how you manage your mind and body. Mars in the first house with a Saturn aspect gives rise to repressed anger along with depression. It may also give you a tendency to overwork with complete disregard for your own health. Now, this can potentially give you some mental stress and tension that could be damaging to your health. Some Virgos may have headaches and be prone to heat-related issues. Some may also experience issues with their eyes, such as irritation and itchiness in the eyes. My guidance is to manage your workload and your mental stress, and this could end up being a very healthy month for you. As far as love and relationships are concerned, this is where you need to be cautious. As I mentioned before, anger and the tendency to argue with just about everybody can potentially damage a lot of relationships this month. This is because Mars is in your own ascendant house. This applies to your love partners, co-workers, people within your household, your in-laws, but most of all your spouse because of Saturn retrograde in the 7th house. Your communication style is a big concern this month. With all the other factors being so positive, my guidance would be to not damage relationships due to your inability to control your rage. The two planets, Mars Saturn, will have a very powerful impact on you to put you in a rather bad mood, but it is up to you on how you want to control yourself. Drinking lots of water and fluids is always a very good remedy for that. However, there are prospects that your relationship with extended family members will stay okay. There is the possibility of having a family event that will be rather enjoyable as well. Relationships with siblings is average. Just remember that Mercury is retrograde until August 11th, so communication is the most challenging aspect of this month. August predictions for Libra. Libra, your ascendant ruler Venus is going to be with another very benefic planet Jupiter in your 9th house of luck and destiny. The Sun and Mercury are going to be in your 10th house of career in the first half of the month, and after mid-month the Sun moves to the 11th house of gains. So you can expect some happy and favorable results in August, with Jupiter showering you with lots of good luck. As far as career is concerned, August can give you rather positive results. You will work effortlessly and get everything completed rather easily. This is especially applicable for those working in the areas of finance, banking, marketing, media, transportation, communication, as well as those involved with foreign entities and foreign countries. The first half of the month can give you very good recognition from your seniors, so do your best at work and bring on your A game, because you are going to be noticed by lots of people. This would not be the time to slack off or show them your worst side. You will have opportunities to develop good relationships with senior members at your workplace. On the other hand, the chances of promotion, etc. for employed people will also be strong, or relationships with your seniors will be much better, as I mentioned. This is the month of being at the right place at the right time, so be very aware of everything that is going on around you. Business owners, this applies to you as well. You enjoy good success and get the opportunity to develop positive relationships with important people and those that could help you or could be very key to your success. Just remember that until August 11th, Mercury is retrograde, so monitor your work accuracy and check your communication thoroughly. There is a possibility of miscommunication. Also, computers at work may malfunction, so save your work as you work through. Talking about financial matters, the first half of the month will start opening up the opportunities for financial and material gains. And the second half of the month is where you could actually receive them. So the earnings potential for this month is quite high. But be aware that the 12th house of expenses is also getting activated by Mars. So here comes the critical balance that you will need to maintain this month. Despite having good income, there may be some difficulty in saving the money because the expenses getting activated as well. But I will say that you will have good wisdom to come up with a good financial plan, and good luck is on your side. So the situation may not be as bad as you imagine it to be. As far as health is concerned, it's a status quo month and you may not experience any new health issues. The only guidance I have is that due to the placement of Mars, just drive carefully, don't do anything risky or adventurous this month. Talking about love and relationships, Libra in love relationships need to take care not to have small squabbles over petty matters. The situation can be a lot better towards the end of the month. For married Libras, this is a month that needs special care and attention. There may be a tendency for your partner to be in angry and combative mood. They can feel frustrated due to you not meeting their expectations. Now, my guidance is that you need to be very patient and understanding rather than fighting back, arguing, or ignoring them. Pay special attention to their needs and make them feel special. This is just the need of the month. As per relationships with your children is concerned, you also need to exercise love and understanding. Otherwise, a small conversation with them can spiral out of control very quickly and create not only a physical distance but also emotional distancing. On the other hand, relationships with siblings can be very harmonious. Even if there was tension in the past, this is the month where those can get resolved and you may feel happy by healing old wounds. As I mentioned earlier in my video, there is a possibility of celebrations and happy events with the family this month as well. Due to the blessings of both Jupiter and Venus this month, I recommend that you do something wonderful for the family. This gesture will generate a lot of good luck for a long time. August predictions for Scorpio. Scorpio, your ascendant ruler Mars is going to be in the house of gains all month. The Sun starts out in the house of luck and destiny for the first half of the month and then transits to your career house for the second half of the month. Venus also gives you favorable results, but only after the 20th when it transits to your house of luck. But prior to that, Jupiter and Venus will be in the 8th house of challenges, so they may not be as helpful as they will be for other ascendants. Overall, it's a mixed, or shall we say an average month. As far as your career is concerned, the first half of the month you may experience some ups and downs, but the second half of the month is positive and your career strengthens and the ability to progress well. The sun in the 10th house puts you in the spotlight as you are noticed by the seniors. There is a good chance of recognition and developing a positive rapport with the senior management as well. Chances of getting promoted are strong this month. This month is also fruitful in terms of changing jobs, and if you are looking for a new job or opportunity, put in lots of effort towards that because this month will support you in that as well. Mars in the 11th house may give you the tendency to be combative or aggressive with your seniors, and of course, this is not something you should be doing. So control that tendency, otherwise it could impact your gains adversely. Of course that would. Regarding the financial matters, your ascendant Mars is going to be in the house of gains, wishes and desires. So those Scorpios that have been working very hard in the past can expect to get rewarded for their efforts this month. Individuals working in Mars-related professions such as the armed forces, security, physical trainers, engineering, and cooking will go rather well as far as financial gains are concerned. However, be aware that this month could also turn out to be a rather expensive month. Also, it's not a good month to make new investment decisions because the chances for losses are high. Business owners, this is a risky time, so my guidance is not to make any more new investments in your business this month, or at the very least, wait until after August 22nd to do that. As far as health is concerned, there's really not too much to worry about in August. There's no real indication of any new health issues cropping up. If you have any prior or past health issues with your digestion, chest related, or your knees, then you need to be a little alert to those acting up again. My suggestion is to have a very healthy diet, maintain a disciplined approach in your lifestyle and habits, and not only will you enjoy excellent health, but also some of the past issues can clear up as well. For love and relationships, there can be some disturbance in your love life, which could be the result of your own unreasonable expectations or impatience with your partner. The one thing that will impact all relationships is your speech pattern and your choice of words. Be extra vigilant to remain patient and cordial at all times with everyone. Relationships with adult children may be difficult this month as well. If you have young children that are still in their educational phase, this may cause you some stress regarding their progress. Married Scorpios will also need to take care of the relationship with their spouse. Things may not go as smooth as they would like it to. This month, my guidance to Scorpio is to be very careful with all relationships, including those with extended family as well. Even if there are small issues that come up, they have the possibility of getting big and taking a bad turn. So resolve the matter at a small level before it becomes a big mess. Take care of your father's health this month. He may have some minor issues with his throat, eyes, and chest. If you are a student, then you may change your course of study or have to redo some work sometime between now and November. August predictions for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, your ascendant ruler Jupiter will be with Venus in your 7th house of marriage and partnerships. The Sun will be in your 8th house of challenges for the first half of the month, along with Mercury that will stay there all month. The Sun will move on to the Destiny house for the second half of the month. Mars activates your career house all month. Overall, a mixed month with varied results. As far as your career is concerned, you may need to work harder than normal to get your desired results in your career because of Mercury being in the difficult 8th house. There could be some difficulties at work, but with your perseverance and effort, you may be able to overcome them and be successful. You need to be very cautious when working or dealing with your seniors. Avoid arguing and heated discussions with them, as well as feelings of resentment. Same goes for working with your colleagues. The results you get in your career this month will depend largely on your own behavior and handling the difficult situations that may come up. You may be given some difficult tasks at work. Instead of complaining, just complete them well and you will be able to achieve good results because of that. Regarding your financial situation, the results may be average or a little less than average compared to the hard work that you have been putting in. But don't worry, you will eventually get the results. Just understand that at this time, there is a delay in getting those results due to the activation of the 8th house, which actually represents delays and obstacles. For business owners, this is not the appropriate time to make any new investments in their business. However, there can be success in maintaining the currently running business. As far as health is concerned, this could perhaps be an average month. Some Sagittarians may experience some issues with their reproductive organs. There could also be urinary tract issues or other female health issues as well. For those that do experience them, there is no need to worry too much because no major problems will last for too long. And if you do experience any issues, they could probably get resolved very quickly. Speaking of love and relationships, it's an average month as well. You may have the tendency to be combative or have a bit of an aggression in your approach in your love life. If you can overcome that and soften that, then you could enjoy some very happy moments with your partner. Don't get into arguments over petty matters, especially in the first half of the month. Married Sagittarius could enjoy better results due to the two benefic planets placed in their house of marriage. So there is a likelihood of happiness in their married life, and they may spend a lot of happy times together, not only with their spouse, but also socializing with friends. Definitely a fun month as far as marriage is concerned. Relationships with the extended family could also be harmonious with good compatibility. My only guidance is for the early part of the month, that is until August 11th, when due to the retrograde position of Mercury, you will need to avoid saying the wrong things and talk to your family members with respect, because retrograde Mercury could possibly cause misunderstandings and miscommunication. So as long as you become aware of this communication issue this month, could turn out rather fun and loving. Don't dredge up past issues or previous matters and start creating conflicts or discussions about them again within relationships. Blaming others for past issues is definitely not a good idea this month because that will create further conflict. So just drop the idea if you were planning on doing it or start doing it. In fact, prior disputes with siblings and or friends can even get resolved now. So like I said, don't dredge up past issues. Pay close attention to all domestic matters and your domestic environment as well. Give full attention and work calmly without stress and patiently within your domestic environment. This ensures that there will be peace and happiness within the household and you have a stress-free month. August predictions for Capricorn. Capricorn, your ascendant ruler Saturn is going to stay retrograde in the third house this month. The favorable combination of Jupiter and Venus will be in your sixth house of health, daily routine, debts, litigation, and your workplace. Now, as far as career is concerned, you may feel a little dissatisfied in your work this month. Employed people may face some difficulties in the first half of the month. It is especially important to pay attention to your relationships with colleagues, so take care to maintain a positive attitude and not get angry or start arguments with them, especially with your seniors, and also maintain professionalism around women in the workplace. Especially if you have women in senior positions, then show them the due respect and follow their guidance appropriately. Mercury is retrograde until August 11th, so take care of the accuracy at work as well. Make sure you follow and remember scheduled timings and your work schedule. Business owners, this guidance applies to you as well, so make sure that your female employees are well protected this month and your relationship with them remains professional. Capricorns that are working in the business of fashion, clothing, cosmetics, sweets, glamour, makeup, and all the different arts may need to come up with a very new business plan or working strategy in order to advance in their careers or grow in their business. Now, if you can do that, then there can be very good and beneficial results for you. Capricorn, make all the business and career decisions very carefully this month and after considerable thought and wise guidance if necessary. Don't do anything impulsive or without thinking this month. Regarding your financial situation, it can be an okay month though. Capricorn may be able to get some financial rewards based on their hard work. But understand that your ascendant ruler Saturn is retrograde, so there could be some delays or even a few obstacles in getting financial success. But they will certainly be rewarded nonetheless. So just stay patient and have faith that things are in the process. Business owners also may feel that there is a delay in receiving funds or money from wherever you expect to receive it from. However, the prospects of receiving the full payment is high, so keep up your effort in trying to get it and you can see good results. In fact, if someone had taken a loan from you and wasn't returning it back, then pursue trying to collect it, because the chance of getting it back or getting your money back is very high this month. From the health point of view, the good news is that it seems like there should be no new major health problems this month. However, if some minor health disturbance is noted, you should get it checked out immediately and not ignore it. The only caution I have for you is to eat a healthy, balanced diet, because your ascendant ruler Saturn is retrograde and is therefore capable of causing a recurrence of past stomach issues in case you were troubled by digestive issues previously. Now, for those Capricorns that had reproductive issues in the past, may also experience a mild recurrence of that. But as long as you are taking good care of yourself, there's nothing too much to worry about regarding your health matters. Speaking about love and relationships, you do need to maintain love relationships carefully. Use good wisdom and thinking before doing or saying anything that would upset your partner. Jupiter will give you the required maturity to continue with a positive relationship, even if there are some ups and downs. Otherwise, there can be a tendency to start arguments or fights with your love partner. There may be a tendency to doubt the other person. Obviously, that's not a very good idea. Talking about married Capricorn, then it's the same result as the love relationships. There can be some ups and downs, so there is a need to maintain the relationship with understanding and patience. Avoid the tendency to nitpick on small issues and manage your expectations from your spouse accordingly. Towards the end of the month, the situation can turn quite positive. In family matters, there could be the possibility of misunderstandings, but again, with your wisdom and tact, you will be able to resolve them and sort out any mutual differences. The best approach would be to avoid talking about past issues and problems and blaming others for what occurred in the past. With siblings, if there were any prior misunderstandings, then these can get cleared up now via positive communication. Also, just be careful around household appliances because they can cause problems and malfunction, so just stay safe around them. August predictions for Aquarius. Aquarius, your ascendant ruler Saturn is retrograde in the second house that represents finance, family, speech, and food. It will be aspected by your career lord Mars from the 8th house of challenges and even transformation. The best news for you is that both the benefic planets, Jupiter and Venus, are going to be in the positive 5th house and make this a happy, loving month as far as personal life is concerned. Now, as far as career is concerned, this could perhaps be considered a better than average month for both salaried individuals as well as business owners. There will be some obstacles and disruptions in your work, but you will fight through them and be able to achieve your goals or whatever it is that you wanted to achieve. The other condition is that as long as you work hard and with dedication, you will undoubtedly see success. Aquarius is known to work in a very smart way rather than the hard way. So if there's any ascendant that can find a way to achieve their goals, it is Aquarius. Several Aquarius may feel the need to make changes in their job at this time, but my guidance is not make any impulsive or hurried changes at this time. Although Mars in the 8th house is indicating a sudden change or transformation in their career or business during this month. It's also possible that some employed Aquarius move to starting their own business. Some Aquarius may also experience sudden changes in their career that could involve a radical change in their daily routine. There's also the possibility of sudden work-related travels. Talking about financial matters, this is a rather beneficial month. Business owners may suddenly get good deals or good opportunities for making good profits. Salaried individuals may have the opportunities for sudden gains as well, and these could be from prior investments or trading choices. Some Aquarius also have the chance to earn via the sale of real estate this month. In fact, some Aquarius may even get sudden gains via settlements from unearned sources such as insurance, inheritance, or lawsuits. Now, even though the earnings are good this month, for some Aquarius, there can be some expenses that come up. These can be expenses from the past that come up now and will need to be resolved. From a health point of view, Aquarius needs to pay close attention to their eating habits this month. Your diet may become uncontrolled and unbalanced and create digestive issues for you. Stay away from eating spicy and excessively fried and stale foods. These can give you problems related to the abdomen or lower bowels. There can also be problems related to the female organs for some people. Drive carefully this month and don't try any adventurous activities. However, don't worry too much about your health this month because the benefic planet of healing, Jupiter, is in the 5th house of healing and rejuvenation, so it will quickly remove any health issues for you. But please do stay vigilant as per my guidance. So as far as love life is concerned, you couldn't ask for anything better. Single Aquarius in love relationships will enjoy their relationships and perhaps a lot of romantic moments. If single and looking for love, please don't lose the opportunity this month offers for finding your special person. Go out and meet new people and you may actually find that special person. In fact, lots of Aquarius will get engaged or married this month. Some Aquarius may even have the good news of a new baby in the family. If that is something you're interested in, then this is a positive month for trying for a little baby as well. Relationship with children is fun and joyous, and your relationship is very positive with them as well. For the married Aquarius, the situation is slightly different in the second half of the month. At that time, there can be some difference of opinions due to your ego and expectations from your spouse. Try your best to not take on a commanding tone and try to work things out cordially. This could be the way to have a perfect love month. Family as well as the extended family becomes the focus this month. Nostalgia and past memories are now the topic of conversation due to a retrograde Saturn. My guidance is to avoid any anger or arguments with family members, but rather show understanding and support, and you may be able to solve all kinds of issues with your family members with your wisdom. So remain alert and cautious of the possibility of problems and be ready to diffuse them quickly. Relationships with siblings need to be handled very carefully. Don't say anything to hurt their feelings. Students will do exceptionally well, but they do need to control their tendency to spend time having fun rather than studying. August predictions for Pisces. Pisces, your ascendant ruler Jupiter is going to be with Venus in the 4th house. You also have a retrograde Saturn in your own ascendant house being aspected by Mars from the 7th house. The Sun starts out in the 5th house along with a retrograde Mercury for the first half of the month and then moves on to the 6th house after mid-month. August may turn out to be a very mixed month of sorts. As far as career is concerned, you may get results according to the hard work that you have been putting in. Mars gives you the energy to work hard and complete all your work and achieve your desired goals this month. So this month can give you reasonable results, although some Pisces can experience some delays due to the retrograde Saturn. You also need to be careful around your colleagues, as you may have a tendency to have too much ego or have a bossy attitude with them. As long as you work patiently or get good guidance from your seniors, then you can expect good results. In the first half of the month, don't make careless mistakes and control your emotions at work as well. Business owners, you need to exercise caution and work based on either your own experience or with the guidance of an expert or wise person. Be cautious to not take business advice by being influenced by friends and family because it may not be the correct advice for you. Just because you experience a delay in getting some profitable results does not mean you should take the advice from anyone or everyone. You will get the results even if there are some delays. Don't forget, retrograde Saturn is usually known to delay results. Talking about financial matters, you may experience that there are some obstacles in getting material gains of all kinds. Employed Pisces may have to wait a little longer for material gains, or if they were expecting some increments, then there may be some delay or an unforeseen obstacle as well. Business owners may feel that their profitability is not per their expectations. There could also be a few cash flow issues because there's a longer delay in receiving payments from others. Overall, the cash position may be impacted, but there isn't an indication of losses. So the situation is not really as troubling as you may feel it to be. You will also need to take care of your health this month. Some Pisces could have headaches or even feel a lack of energy and lethargy in their body. Those Pisces who have had issues with high blood pressure need to manage their stress, their mental pressure, so they don't have a recurrence of that issue again. The second half of the month is significantly better for health than the first half. The only issue that may continue to bother Pisces is that they may have a very disturbed sleep pattern over the next few months due to the placement of Rahu. If we talk about relationships for the month of August, then those in love relationships will need to manage their communication as well as their ego with their love partner. So try to maintain harmony with each other, and your communication should be cordial and concise so no misunderstandings can occur. The second half of the month is a lot better than the first half. Relationships with young children can be a little troublesome due to them not wanting to be disciplined by you. With adult children, there can be ego issues, so this month you need to handle them tactfully as well. And if you can do that, it can work out very well for everyone. For married Pisces, Mars in the house of marriage can give you a bit of an aggressive approach towards your spouse. You may feel like wanting to start fights over petty matters and then even have some repressed frustration that you take out on your spouse. Understand that this will be your issue and it is in your hands to control it. No point in blaming the other person. Control your unnecessary rage and keep calm as best as you can. Extended family matters seem to be okay and without any issues this month. There can be good harmony within the family this month. Relationships with siblings will be harmonious and loving also. Your domestic environment will be happy and you can enjoy being at home. Make sure to stay in a good mood with all those that live at home with you so you can enjoy a very happy domestic environment this month. And with that, I come to the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope that everyone has a wonderful month of August. I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe